scoring the goals against Newcastle United. Kick-off is coming next.
So Liverpool go to West Ham on Monday night. Perhaps they both win, but perhaps they don't. Ericsson, Sissoko. Trippier made a little dash.
Front very quickly, which is probably exactly what Newcastle do need.
Dashing through. And squeezed it to the near post. Sissoko's cross. And Dubravka comes together.
Yeah, and well played the skipper Lascelles as well, because he more or less kind of called upon Dubravka to make the move. Seemed a little undecided at one stage as to whether he should go and try and boot it away, but in the end he allowed his keeper to do what he should have.
Ericsson. Vertonghen stepped away from Ritchie, fed it here for Son. And across
in a way, because once he gets him up to speed and in the side, then it frees Matt Ritchie. And
Lejeune, he's going to get another go here, Christian Eriksen. And Hayden. Natsu. Sanchez. Son. Eriksen. Invested since. He really ought to have brought them a goal then. And a break for Lamela. And Lucas Moura has headed wide, and the flag had stayed down.
Well, exactly what Tottenham had to produce at some stage. A lapse in concentration from Newcastle and get somebody making the run in behind. And Lucas Moura was the one who managed that. It's a lovely little dink to find him. And Cher was the one who was kind of dawdling, and he kept him on side, and that should have been in the corner. What a miss.
A year.
Nothing to do in this game.
Eriksen. Eriksen seen him, that is a peach of a pass in Vertonghen's. Thinks Son. By Lejeune. Lamela. Rolled through for Lucas Moura, flag stayed down. Dubravka against the woodwork and comes out here for Trippier. Up gets Lucas Moura and steers his header wide.
Well, it was Lamela who was the one who came closest. Just been talking about his need to upgrade his game, and I thought he was going to try and pick out Son, but it somehow got through all the players, and maybe the fact that it came to him so late, Lamela, and he had to react quickly. He wasn't able to steer it low enough to find the back of the net, and when it did come back once more, I mean, Lucas Moura, maybe it's just a little...
Yeah, Vertonghen, and this could come out to Sissoko, snatched away. Atsu ahead of him, Rondon waiting, and it fell for Perez, and then Rondon, who was closed down in the nick of time. Rondon once more, Newcastle's corner.
Well, as you said, Peter, Perez, who began it all brilliantly, I think probably had the best swing at it when it did come in to the box. Here, that was the one, but again, Tottenham got a block on it before Rondon was blocked also by Eriksen.
The sort of will, without fear, make a change relatively early in the piece. As loaded back in by Vertonghen, nudged away for Matt Ritchie to work. And there is Yedlin. And Rondon went over. And Winks went over, and Haypit. Lascelles. Ritchie off his wrong side, still does. Lamela's set piece. Sanchez is up and hit. Lamela. Vertonghen. Away from Yedlin, that's a delicious cross. Eriksen, nicely worked with Trippier, aimed it at Lucas Moura. Eriksen's corner, Sissoko! Dubravka went down and did enough.
He did, and he's fortunate that it hasn't fallen in front of a white shirt as well, Dubravka.
Vertonghen's cross. Longstaff closed down by Eriksen. Away by DeAndre Yedlin. Here's Sissoko. For Trippier. And Trippier's cross. And hit by Sissoko. Lamela. Eriksen. Here's Atsu. And he's rolled it here through for Rondon, who was offside. Yeah. Andre Mariner. Here's Jose Perez away from Alderweireld. And again, Perez in charge of it. Kicked in by Ericsson. Corner, Sanchez! Wide.
Did that just glance the post as it made its way wide? Possibly. Dubravka's unhappy that he was allowed the free header. And it's Lascelles, the skipper, who he escaped from. Yeah, he was always comfortable, wasn't he? But, no, not quite. It was always a little wider than the post. But Dubravka still...
And Lucas Moura kept the ball and then found Son, who's scratching again. And Manchester United. I'm concerned here about Jose Perez, but he's offside.
Yeah.
Oh, Richie got confused. Lamela beaten to it by Dubravka. Come in by Trippier. Yedlin. Rondon has hit the post. That's how close Newcastle United were to another snatched lead against the odds. Winks now has found Trippier. Spurs have got away with one. Richie has fouled Trippier.
Yeah, well, it's the second time the frame of that particular goal has been hit in this game. Lamela first half, but Yedlin just doing...
And Trippier, out by Lejeune. Trippier, Moura threw out a boot, but he was off. Richie went for goal. Lamela once more. Hooked off the line heroically. And the referee doesn't react, so Fabian Schär did enough.
Yedlin booked.
Yedlin booked in the aftermath.
Yeah.
Here's how close it got.
Oh, and it is close. That's a great recovery, though, isn't it? Fabian Schär, brilliant.
It would have been Ericsson's goal. It was no... And he'll dart it again, Lamela. Son. And Vertonghen. Swung in by Richie. Out by Llorente. And back from Hayden. And Perez! Oh, that's a fine save from Lloris. Acrobatic and elastic.
Absolutely superb from Hugo Lloris. Once this does come to Perez, he had Richie outside in space. You know, he didn't quite find the corner, but nonetheless, it still needed the agility and a very strong left hand.
Ericsson. And Son! Rondon. Perez. Across comes Alderweireld.
Wonderful football.
Trippier. Aimed in towards Llorente again. Lejeune came back to Son. And thumped high by Long. Every. And back in by Llorente. And lift. Wriggling around Hayden. Vertonghen. Llorente. Ericsson. Llorente. No flag.
He's blaming
flag.
He's blaming the sun. He's blaming the sun. He said he lost it in the air, and that's why his header was loose. I'm thinking once this ball does arrive on his head, he's got a very good chance of beating Dubravka. But in the end, he just seemed to have a head prodded.
Llorente. Son. Good hit, good goal! Precious goal! Son Heung-min!
That's all I can think on this. It should have been stopped. I mean, Llorente does ever so well to pin his man and get the ball to Son Heung-min. But I think he does ever so well to shift.
Fights for Spurs again, in the nick of time again. Twice in a week. Thank heavens he's back.
Dubravka.
Switched out by Sanchez again, came to Longstaff. Here's Son. Dubravka got there first. Llorente. Hit by... Aimed long by Schär. At Rondon. Out came Lloris. Aimed at Llorente, lifted up high and uncomfortable. Sissoko. Dyer. Tottenham